somebody coming. Where'd they go? Oh, okay, so they're out. Here we go. You never said I'm sorry for wetting all my clothes and hanging them out upon my fine line to dry. All the shame and glory associated with the pain and complexity of living life in the world today. Well, if you want to know if I'm going to stay, you've got to ask yourself the same every day. If you want to know if I stay, think about it every day. The backways and the alleys are never still the only way to navigate the labyrinth of sin that's gonna be your mind. Solo. I see you, Astor. Thanks. Oh, put down. The backways and the alleys will never seem the only way to navigate the labyrinth of sin that's gonna be your mind. Well, if you want to know if I'm going to stay, you've got to ask yourself the same every day. If you want to know if I stay, think about it every day. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every Backways. How you doing today, Astor? This morning? What time is it over in the Seattle Plex right now? Let's see. It's 2 o'clock here, so that would be 9 a.m. about, or maybe 7 a.m. Anyway, glad to see you. Regardless, that was called Backways. That's a song that I wrote a number of years ago. I was traveling around in Egypt, and this guy who was in our travel group called Brian, he was a big Phish head. He had followed the Phish for 7 years, as a matter of fact. Now he ended up working at a bike shop and then somehow attending Harvard, and now he's a computer specialist of some sort, as far as I know. Look at how bright, nice, and sunny it is today. Regardless, so he was. I think that this song is influenced by Phish, by how verbose it is. Verbose. That's a new word. So hope you enjoyed that. I am getting kind of a little bit concerned about this concert in April, because when I met Fab, the organizer, the booker, the promoter, I played the song that was super rock. It's called Head Down. It's this one. So you see, and but most of my songs are not rockers like that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to build up my rocker repertoire, or somewhat. But so I'm just gonna be practicing these songs so I can get them, so that I can't get them wrong. I read that somewhere. Oh yeah, it was in Zen Guitar. Someone said you practice so that Not that you get them right, but that you can't get them wrong. Maybe it wasn't this book. Maybe it was somewhere else that I read that. Regardless, hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. A little art update. Okay, cool. Check it out. Okay, you can see here, I've got this whole column done. Now I've only got almost two columns to do. I started at the very top here. Now check this out. I'm using the grid system and something went awry. I'm not quite sure what, but see this chimney complex right here? It's a little bit kooky. It's a little bit out of whack. It's got 3 perspectives. So it's a little cubist, we could say. Never fear though, because we'll fix that when it comes to the inking process, which is coming up good. Oh, thanks, Aster. Aster says it's looking good. I'm glad you think so. Oh, the thing about art is you have to trust in the process. So I was thinking of erasing that and doing it over, but I'm just going to charge on, keep continuing, and then when I do the second pass with the inking, when all the penciling is done, look at how stark the sunlight is today. Rare. Nice. Maybe I'll have to take a walk. So you trust in the process, and that seems to work. So that's your pro tip for the day. What else? Oh, I've been listening to a lot of... so last night I was working, oddly enough, and something popped into my mind. You know how I've been listening to a lot of lectures or audiobooks by Jung. He's talking about the subconscious and so forth. And so just a couple of examples, like a friend of mine got in an accident, and he was, he got knocked out, and he was in shock and all this stuff. And they asked him for a phone number to call, and he gave his dad's office number. Now, some number that he hadn't called in years, perhaps decades. And so that was something that was laying in his subconscious and came out right at the right moment. And another example of that is like anniversaries. You aren't sure about something, but you think about something on a certain day, and it turns out that certain day was an événement marquant dans votre vie, a marking event in your life. And so last night I was sitting here and I thought, always thinking, there's an open mic tonight. And I completely forgot about it because Facebook is shite, and they don't notify you of your events. But I went online and looked at it, and there's a disquaire. So I haven't been in, but I've been by it. It's a coffee shop, as far as I know, and a record store, and they have an open mic night. And so I was thinking, maybe I could rush down and do that. But then I investigated further, and you have to sign up ahead of time online. Good thing about it is they give you 3 songs, whereas open mics are generally just 2 songs. And they give all sorts of like decibel, ceiling, limitations and so forth. But it sounds good because if you sign up, then you're definitely going to play. A lot of times with the open mics is you sit around for hours and hours and hours, and there's a lot of talent in Paris at least. So like it's really to see the other people play is fine, but it's quite a time commitment, which is our most valuable resource, right, Aster? Life is art. Yeah? Okay. Aster says life is art, yes. Who's I thinking about? Someone said that? About how you present yourself in the world. I can't remember. It's all getting jumbled. When I'm listening to these audiobooks, when you're reading, and sometimes your mind wanders, so you have to read the whole page again? Now that's happening when I'm listening to the podcast. I just go off on a tangent and I think about something else. Super handy. But since listening to these philosophy lectures and so forth, I had 2 t-shirt ideas. And you can go to my Teespring store and check out my previous creations if you'd like to. And even purchase one for your own. And just ask me in the comments for the link, and I'll give it to you, or by private message or whatever. And busy mind. Aster observes that I have a busy mind. Busy mind. A cluttered mind, I think, is more like it. And define busy. Sometimes I feel like a bee, yes. So I had a couple t-shirt ideas, and one was with Carl Jung, and it's gonna be sort of contrast line drawing of his, a little bit like Farley. Who was that guy who did the Obama design? Farley, someone. Keith Farley. Gosh, what's his name? You know. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick. And then below it, it's gonna say "Forever Young." Get it? And then I had another one for, it's gonna be Marcus Aurelius, the last. Oh yeah. So busy is thinking out loud, having an active self-dialogue. Oh yeah. Well, I certainly qualify for that. Jesus Christ. God bless you. Amen. Marcus Aurelius, the last of the five good emperors, and he is famous as well for his book of Meditations, which is a personal journal of him assessing his day. I can't find it right now, and we only have a minute left, but it was published after, and it's about Stoicism and so forth. So I'm going to have the same sort of approach, a stark line word vector image of a bust of Marcus Aurelius, and under it's going to have that Indian Om symbol. You know the one I'm talking about? You see it everywhere. George Harrison, I think, has it on his as his logo. You can get it. Meditations. Okay. All right, Astor. Thanks. Have a great day. The backways and the alleys, a narrow seem the only way to navigate the labyrinth of synapse both in your mind. Well, if you want to know if I'm going to stay, you got to ask yourself the same every day. Time to go. Thanks. Bisous. Ciao for now.